Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Wednesday morning out there. Feeling good and feeling awesome. I know I'm feeling pretty much 100% now. I'm feeling great. I just have a nasty dry cough I'm still battling, but I'm steadily getting over it. So I appreciate all the thoughts and prayers over the last several days. But got you an update on what's going to happen weather-wise for today. It's a very quiet day, and not a whole lot going on specifically for today, but we'll give you an update on the tropics, on Lisa, which is almost a hurricane. It's going to make landfall in Belize sometime this afternoon. It's going to be very impactful, so hopefully you guys are prepared down there in Central America today for a landfalling Hurricane Lisa. But we'll break it down region to region, but like I said, not a whole lot to discuss, and then I'll get you guys a video this evening, and then that'll probably be it for a few days for me as I'm heading to Gatlinburg tomorrow morning for vacation with me and my family. I'm really looking forward to it, so just an FYI on that. If you guys forgot about that, I've mentioned it a couple times in my videos leading up. So if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. Guys, I promise you, more active times are ahead. Pretty much, excuse me, I wouldn't say that we're done with hurricane season, as we still got an area to watch off the coast of the southeast, potentially next week. But we're certainly starting to inch a lot closer to the cold season, winter season, and I'm very excited to talk winter weather with you guys. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me on my social media platforms saying that they're excited to discuss winter weather, and trust me, I am too. That's my true joy, and where the true roots of my passion really stem from when it comes to the weather is winter weather, snow. Just makes me feel like a little kid again. So definitely looking forward to discussing that with you guys. So if you guys got anything that I can pray about, pray over, please put it in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too. Let's get rolling here. Water vapor loop, we're taking a more broader look. We're looking at the Atlantic and the U.S. We got Mark, which is still chugging along out here, not going to really bother anybody. It'll eventually weaken. And then we got Lisa right here, which is almost about to be a hurricane. We look at the latest National Hurricane Center. Lisa is a 70-mile-per-hour storm. Goes up another 4 miles per hour. It'll be a hurricane, but of course they don't go up in 4-mile-per-hour increments. They go up in 5-mile-per-hour increments unless it strengthens quickly from quicker from update to update. But we're expecting this to be a hurricane probably in the next update or two. So we'll see what this does, but it's very close to Belize already, and really just off the northern coastline of Honduras, probably delivering a lot of squally weather, showers, storms, things like that. Morton out here not bothering anybody, just a moderately strength tropical storm. So closer look at Lisa. It's not a very impressive looking tropical system. I mean, I've seen strong tropical storms look better. I've seen tropical storms look worse, but it certainly isn't very impressive. It doesn't look like a hurricane, I can tell you that, but we'll see what it does in the little bit of time that it has left before it makes landfall. If it keeps trying to chug a little bit north, it might make landfall and technically in Mexico. So we'll see what happens here, but still, nevertheless, it's going to be a lot of impacts for this area. So please hunker down, be ready. A lot of flooding rains, higher elevation, higher terrain in this region, gusty winds. But you guys have seen this before, but certainly be prepared down here. I know you guys are. Moving forward here, we'll look at the southeast, guys. I can tell you there's not a lot to talk about. Some showers drifting through Tennessee, western Tennessee, and Kentucky this morning. Outside of that, going forward, maybe some showers kind of make their way through southwest Virginia, areas of North Carolina. But we'll watch for some storms to kind of erupt in areas of Orlando, in and around the area, maybe down to Fort Myers, down to the Everglades. They'll drift southward, and it's been very humid, very warm in Florida over the last few days, so it certainly hasn't felt like fall. We had such a fall dominant atmosphere for most of October, and it's certainly over the last few days it's felt kind of more like, it feels like fall, but you can tell there's been an uptick in humidity for everybody. Dew points have been kind of flirting around the upper 50s, low 60s in my neck of the woods here in the central Midlands. And It's nice out there right now, mid-50s, but there's certainly more average to just above average temperatures as opposed to a below average temperatures, what we saw for almost every day in October. And that's why all the leaves look like they're peak in most places. I mean, it's crazy how, I planted an October glory maple. I don't know if we got any tree nuts that view big time people who know a lot about trees and just things like that. But I planted a ginkgo tree in my front yard and an October glory maple, and my maple is just it's just beautiful. I've never seen it so pretty. It's still very young. It's about 20 feet tall. It's still pretty young. But man, it really showed off this year. Ginkgos normally change a little bit later, but anyways, just beautiful fall weather. It's really been nice. In fact, the warming up in the southeast and the mountains and things like that, it slowed down the transition of the color. So I feel like it's extending the fall color a little bit out there for a lot of people. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cough in this video, guys. The Northeast, very quiet weather, not a whole lot going on at all. Absolutely nothing, really. The South Central U.S., maybe some showers along the coastline of the western coastline of Louisiana, and then the coastline, the Gulf Coast of Texas, could have some showers, kind of drift into the Corpus Christi area. Outside of that, pretty quiet day, not a whole lot going on. North Central U.S., same kind of deal. Just, it's been pretty quiet up here for a long time. Not a whole lot going on. Winter is nowhere to be found. And to speak on that, I mean, you have a tall buckle of the basically the jet stream that's buckling pretty far north, and this is helping to bring below average temperatures for parts of the Pacific Northwest, and will continue to do so. Therefore, you have a ridge that's kind of over the middle of the country, so well above average temperatures, pretty far north. I mean, you got some 70-degree readings all the way up to International Falls. I mean, it's November 2nd. It's not completely unheard of, but this is definitely well above average temperatures, more so an extended fall. Winter certainly nowhere to be found in the northern parts of the country, where typically it begins to really cool off this time of the year. But there's some signals showing that we're going to cool back off the second half of November. But I've had a lot of people ask me, guys, and I've told you guys many times before, are you going to drop a winter forecast? Guys, I know that a lot of people would like to see it, but I'm basing it basically off nothing. And I'm not saying that the other people who do it are basing it off nothing, because you can base it off things, but I feel like we just don't have enough information from the past to accurately forecast winters for the future, if that makes sense. And we can try all day, and if you're right, you look like a rocket scientist. But I mean, I can sit here and say that the Southeast is going to see 1 to 2 winter storms this winter. And if we see 2, then I'll look like a genius. But it was really just a shot in the dark. I was just guessing. So I can tell you guys that to make you feel better. But at the same time, I'm not. I mean, we can look at neutral years, El Nino, La Nina, yada, yada, yada. I've seen us being in an El Nino before, one winter a couple years back. And I thought we were going to have the best winter ever. And we had one of the worst winters ever. Total blowtorch of a winter. It was very warm, and we didn't barely even have a chance of snow. So that being said, anyways, 70s are going to dominate in the middle of the country today. 60s all the way up into the down east areas of Maine, but the northern areas of Maine kind of chilly into the 40s. 60s for the Ohio Valley, but that's about all I got, guys. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'll have one more video tonight, then I'll be going on vacation. Stay tuned, guys. Things are going to get active again. Winter weather's right around the corner. It really is. We're just definitely in a warmer pattern right now. So warmer pattern does not normally equal snow. So that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. God bless all y'all, and have a great Wednesday.